Chapter 1, Matter in Our Surroundings. The world in which we live is a physical world. And by physical, I mean the world which you can see, feel, touch. You can touch the mouse, hold it in your hand, the mobile phone, the window, our clothes. Everything is made up of matter. And here, in this chapter, we are trying to understand the properties of matter. The entire world, universe is made up of matter, and how does this matter behave? So let us look at the first topic, physical nature of matter. The first thing to understand about is matter is made up of particles. Long ago, I am roughly talking about 200 years ago, there were two groups of scientists. One group was arguing that matter is continuous, and the second group was arguing that the matter is made up of particles. What do you mean by continuous? Take a block of butter or a block of cheese. Can you see the particles inside? No. Can you count the particles? No. When butter or cheese is cut, what is inside? Butter and cheese. Like wood. Take a log of wood. The wood is a continuous piece, and therefore some of the scientists thought that matter is continuous, meaning it is not made up of particles. But on the other side, there were some scientists which said that take a small needle or a pin and take little bit of butter. What you have taken is a particle of butter. Take wood. You can create powder of wood by chopping it. That's a particle. This argument went on for many years, and finally, who won? The group of scientists who won is the particle argument school, meaning those who were saying that everything on this planet or in this universe is made up of particles. Uska proof, activity, experiment we'll see now. The first topic, matter is made up of particles. For a long time, two schools of thoughts prevailed regarding the nature of matter. One school believed the matter to be continuous like a block of wood, butter, cheese, and the other thought that the particles is what comprises the material. Example, sand. Sand is made up of particles. Let's do an activity to prove that particles are made up of matter. Take a beaker of water and add a spoonful of salt in it. You can add sugar also. What happens when you add salt in water? General knowledge tells us salt dissolves in water. Where did the salt go? Dissolved. But what do you mean by dissolved? What we mean is that the particles of salt were so small that they all went inside and between the particles of water. Water is also made up of particles, and the salt particles went between the particles of water, which we call in common language as dissolution or getting dissolved. So that is the first activity to prove that particles matter is continuous or particulate, and continuous is wrong, particulate wins the argument. Remember this activity of mixing water and salt. Second argument came, scientists said okay, agreed, everything is made up of particles. Then the second question is, what is the size of those particles? Natural answer, the size of the particles is very small. That's why you cannot see the particles of butter and cheese. You feel it's a continuous block, but actually it is made up of particles. But because they are very small, you cannot see them. How do you prove that the size of the particles is extremely small? Is through the next activity which you can see here. Take 100 ml water and put one or two small crystals of KMNO4, potassium permanganate. It's a pink colored chemical which is available easily. The minute you put potassium permanganate, the entire water becomes purple. Why? Because that one crystal of KMNO4 was made up of millions of small particles, and millions of small particles have captured the water and made it look purple. Okay, लेकिन उससे पार्टिकल स्मॉल है ये पता नहीं चलता है. नाउ टेक वन मोर बीकर ऑफ 100 ml वाटर and add 10 ml of original solution into the new beaker. That new beaker will also become purple. Take one more 100 ml water, add 10 ml from previous beaker to the new beaker. Take one more 100 ml beaker, add 10 ml of previous one to the new one. What you observe is the purple color becomes lighter and lighter. But does it go away? No. It means that even a little bit of solution, 10 ml, contains the particles. It goes to the next beaker. उसमें से 10 ml लो, it goes to the next beaker. The particles are so small that you cannot avoid them. If you are taking water, the particles will come with it. Hence proved that the size of these particles is extremely small, beyond our imagination. This is the first short note of the chapter. Write the characteristics of particles of matter. मतलब दुनिया में जितनी भी चीज़ें बनी है, they all are made up of particles. और ये particles का behavior कैसा है, उस पे एक short note लिखो. And in this short note there will be 3 main sections. The first section is the particles have space between them. Second, particles are continuously moving. Third, particles attract each other. यहाँ पे क्या देखा था? Everything is made up of particles and they are very small. And now we are writing a short note on characteristics, and there are 3 characteristics. We will prove 3 of them by doing some small activities. First, particles of matter have space between them. कैसे प्रूव किया जाए कि पार्टिकल्स के बीच में जगह है? वैसे तो there are hundreds of options. Take a handkerchief. It's cotton cloth. The particles are very close together. Handkerchief को मैं ऐसे रख दूँ. I cannot see you, you cannot see me, because there is no space between the particles. But there is. How do you prove it? Dip this in water. Water will instantly occupy the space. This will become heavy. And if water is inside, it means there is space between particles. You can take a sponge also. Sponge की size जितनी है उसमें पानी समा सकता है. But टेक्स्ट बुक में जो एग्जाम्पल है वही करेंगे. टेक्सचुअल एग्जाम्पल is again the same thing. Salt and water. Add salt into water and show that it gets dissolved. This means that there is space between the particles of water. Simple. But think, 100 ml water, 1 teaspoon of salt, dissolved. 1 more teaspoon, dissolved. 1 more teaspoon. ऐसे कि अब तुम पूरा 5 किलो का बोरी डाल दोगे तो डिजॉल्व हो जाएगा? नॉट पॉसिबल. देयर इज अ लिमिट. एक लिमिट के बाद सॉल्ट विल स्टॉप गेटिंग डिजॉल्व इन वाटर और नीचे एक लेयर बनता जाएगा सॉल्ट का. व्हाट्स द साइंटिफिक कंक्लूजन? द साइंटिफिक कंक्लूजन इज देयर इज लिमिटेड स्पेस बिटवीन द पार्टिकल्स ऑफ वाटर. और वो लिमिटेड स्पेस में 1 चम्मच, 2 चम्मच, 3 चम्मच सॉल्ट आ सकता है. 5 किलो सॉल्ट तो समाएगा नहीं. सो moral of the story, yes, there is space between particles of water, but they have limited space. Second property which we will now try to prove is that particles of matter are continuously moving. How do you prove that particles are continuously moving? एक अगरबत्ती लो. It's called incense stick in English. Take an incense stick, light it, and put it in one corner of your classroom. And go and quickly stand in the opposite corner of the classroom. Within 2 or 3 minutes, you will start smelling the incense stick. Remember, the doors, windows, fan, AC, everything should be closed or switched off. ताकि हवा हिले नहीं. There should be pin drop silence, no movement of air. Still, the smoke from the incense stick along with the beautiful smell will reach you. सुगंध आ जाएगी. Hence proved that particles of air are constantly moving, automatically moving. This was for gas, air. We proved that particles are moving. उसमें पंखा चालू करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. But how do you prove that particles of liquid are continuously moving? Very simple. Take a beaker of water, as you can see here, a glass of water. Don't move it, don't shake it, let it settle down, एकदम स्थिर. And very slowly, from the side of the glass, put one small drop of ink. ऊपर से ऐसे धड़ाम से गिराना मत, वरना पानी हिल जाएगा. But from the sides of the glass, put one small drop of ink and see what happens. Initially, the ink will be just a drop. Slowly, it starts to dissolve automatically. You're not shaking the water. You're not mixing the water. You're not even touching or vibrating the water. You don't do anything. Automatically, the ink will dissolve in water. Mix nicely with water. Why? Because particles of water are continuously moving also. This is honey, and honey is heavier than water. So when you drop honey inside water, it settles down. But after few hours, you will not find honey settling down. It will all get mixed with the water because particles of water are continuously moving. And this is a wonderful experiment. Take cold water, take room temperature water, and take hot water. तो बहुत ठंडा, बहुत गर्म और नॉर्मल पानी लो, and put one drop of ink in all three together. एक ड्रॉप ठंडा पानी में, एक ड्रॉप नॉर्मल पानी में, और एक ड्रॉप गर्म पानी में. What will happen is in front of your eyes. Cold water is not becoming blue. Normal water has some patches of blue, and hot water very quickly becomes entirely blue. Conclusion. Think before I tell you the conclusion. The conclusion is the particles are continuously moving, and when it is cold, the motion is slow, and when it is hot, the motion is fast. Therefore, hot water, the mixing is faster. सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. कोल्ड कॉफ़ी में 1 चम्मच शक्कर डालो और हॉट कॉफ़ी में चम्मच शक्कर डालो. हॉट कॉफ़ी पर्सन कैन क्विकली डिजॉल्व एंड स्टार्ट एंजॉइंग. कोल्ड कॉफ़ी अभी भी हिला रहा है. Because in cold objects, things do not get dissolved fast. Next, property of particle of matter, and the last one is particles of matter attract each other. and this is no real activity. You have to write your own example, which is very simple. Say, take a pencil and try to pull that pen or pencil like this. Do you think you can remove the particles from each other, separate the particles from each other? No. That shows that particles of matter attract each other. Take cotton handkerchief, apply pressure. Can you remove this? No, because particles of matter attract each other. Can you break water? This is a very intelligent example. एक नल है जिसमें से पानी आ रहा है. Can you put your hand and break the water? No. For temporary, you can disrupt the water, but the minute you take your hand, the water becomes combined once again because particles of matter attract each other. So let's look at the three properties with the textual text quickly. Once again, particles of matter are continuously moving. That is, they possess kinetic energy. That's why it's very important to read textbook. Explanation sometimes does not contain technical language, but textbook पढ़ना जरूरी है. Kinetic energy. When temperature rises, the particles move faster. Give reason में पूछ सकते हैं. Why does more temperature mean faster movement? Answer is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is related with motion. Fast motion means more kinetic energy. Slow motion means less kinetic energy. So cold water has less kinetic energy and hot water has more kinetic energy. That is why the particles move faster in hot water. In above three activities, we observe that particles of matter intermix on their own with each other. Three activities में एक incense stick, एक putting a drop of ink और दूसरा hot and cold water etc. They do so by getting into spaces between the particles. This is again the same explanation you can give to prove that particles have space between them. Take water, put a drop of ink. The ink particles will evenly spread out and settle between the space of water. This intermixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. Such an important objective which is hidden in the textbook. Mixing of two different things with each other on their own is called diffusion. And when hot things are present, the diffusion is faster. And in cold things, the diffusion is slower. That's first thing. Second characteristic, particles of matter attract each other. Ignore this, ladies, it is about some activity which is not important. Read this so that you can answer the question. Open a tap of water and try breaking the stream of water with your fingers. You cannot break the water with your fingers. When you move the fingers, the water flows, the flow breaks, but immediately again the water particles combine with each other. Why? Because particles of matter attract each other. And then you can give the example of pencil, that you cannot separate the particles of pencil easily. The reason is the particles attract each other. New topic. States of matter. Basic science is solid, liquid, gas. But here we are going to understand them with chemistry in mind, with a more detailed perspective of what is solid, what is liquid, and what is gas. Solid state. Look at this dish, and when microscopically you see a dish, you will find that the particles of dish have very less space. First observation. But particles of liquid have little space and particles of gas have lot of space. Second, do you see these red things inside all three? Here, there is just a small red strike. This means that the particles are not moving but they are vibrating. तो जो लास्ट प्रॉपर्टी हमने देखी वो इंसेंस स्टिक वॉज गैस पार्टिकल्स मूव्स, इंक एंड वाटर वॉज लिक्विड पार्टिकल्स मूव, बट सॉलिड के लिए कोई एक्टिविटी नहीं है. सॉलिड पार्टिकल्स डोंट मूव बट दे वाइब्रेट, and vibration is also one type of motion. So solid particles vibrate, liquid particles move, and gaseous particles move to a very large extent. Another thing which you can observe is space between the particles. Very less space, more space, and very high amount of space between the particles of gas. So solid, liquid, gas from this picture. Let's look at one by one in detail. Solid state. What can you comment about the shape of a solid? You can say the shape of the solid is fixed. The shape of solid cannot change. Can you change the shape of your pencil? No. Okay. What can you comment about volume of a solid? Volume मतलब इसकी साइज. ये माउस ये पॉकेट में आ गया, बट ये रिमोट पूरा पॉकेट में आएगा नहीं, बिकॉज द वॉल्यूम इज फिक्स्ड, and if the volume is big it will not fit inside. So the volume of solids are fixed and they cannot change. डिफ्यूज, लास्ट स्लाइड में देखा था. डिफ्यूज मतलब इंटरमिक्स. माई टू हैंड्स आर जॉइंट. इफ आई कीप लाइक दिस फॉर वन डे, आफ्टर वन डे विल माई टू हैंड्स मर्ज इन टू ईच अदर? नो. 2 days क्या 2 years या 10 years के लिए भी मैं हाथ जोड़ के रखूं तो ये दो चीज इंटरमिक्स नहीं होने वाली. Which means in solids intermixing is not possible, diffusion is not possible, or very very slow. So we will write here no. Solids do not diffuse into each other. दो स्लाइडिंग विंडो है, एक दूसरे को अटक के रहती है परमानेंट, बट वो एक दूसरे में मिक्स नहीं हो जाती. So there is no diffusion possible in solids. Fourth property is compression or compress. Compress मतलब दबना. Look at this handkerchief. I can make it look big or I can compress it into a small ball and it can fit inside the fist. Can I do that with this remote? No. I cannot compress the solid. सॉलिड्स को दबा के छोटा करना पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो अगेन कमेंटिंग द कॉम्प्रेशन यू राइट नो. सॉलिड्स कैनॉट बी कॉम्प्रेस्ड. उनका जितना शेप, जो साइज, जो वॉल्यूम है वो फिक्स रहता है. स्ट्रेच. आई कैन स्ट्रेच दिस हैंकरचीफ टू सम एक्सटेंट, बट कैन आई स्ट्रेच द पेन? खींच के लंबी कर सकते हैं. कैन आई स्ट्रेच द माउस? कैन आई स्ट्रेच द मोबाइल फोन? नो. सो स्ट्रेचेबिलिटी ऑफ सॉलिड्स इज ऑल्सो nil. Motion of particles. Are the particles moving in a solid? Answer is no. But that's technically wrong. And there are a lot of exceptions here. So I'm going to discuss the exceptions one by one. The shape is fixed. Yes, but the exception is clay. Clay एक ऐसा solid है जिसका shape fixed नहीं है. The volume is fixed. Yes, but the exception is sponge. स्पॉन्ज का वॉल्यूम चेंज हो सकता है, स्पॉन्ज कैन बी कॉम्प्रेस्ड. डिफ्यूजन, नो, इसमें ठीक है, सॉलिड्स डू नॉट डिफ्यूज इनटू ईच अदर. कॉम्प्रेस, नो, बट अगेन हैंकरचीफ कैन बी कॉम्प्रेस्ड एंड हैंकरचीफ इज सॉलिड. ये लिक्विड और गैस तो है नहीं. स्पॉन्ज इज ऑल्सो अ सॉलिड विच कैन बी compressed. So 9 standard solid liquid gas is not about like bacha party. It is more technical. And when you talk about solid, you talk about shape, volume, diffuse, compress, stretch and motion of particles और उसके exceptions भी. Can you stretch solids? No. But you can stretch a rubber band. And rubber band solid होता है. It's an exception. Or motion, pressure is can you apply pressure to solids and change the shape? No, you cannot apply pressure. So these categories which are created is created by me. It's not there in the textbook में तो बस कथा है, एक भाषण है, बोलते रहते हैं. But my job as a teacher is to make things clear, and this helps you to understand the properties of solids very clearly. So remember to write one sentence about each thing along with exception. Shape of solid is fixed, exception clay. Volume of solids is fixed, exception sponge. Solids do not diffuse into each other. Compressing a solid is very difficult, but sponge can be compressed. Stretching of solids is not possible, but rubber band can be stretched. And motion of particles in solid is zero, but they vibrate. So motion का exception है no motion, but there is vibration in the particles which you have to mention. तो ये खुद में एक 2 मार्क का शॉर्ट नोट हो सकता है on solids. Liquids. What can you comment about shape of the liquids? Is the shape of liquid fixed? No. तो लिक्विड का शेप क्या होता है? लिक्विड का शेप इज इक्वल टू द शेप ऑफ द कंटेनर. तुमने कौन से शेप के कंटेनर में चीज रखी है वैसा शेप आ जाएगा. इज वॉल्यूम ऑफ लिक्विड फिक्स्ड? यस, लिक्विड्स हैव फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम. आधा लीटर अमूल दूध का जो पाउच है उसको तुम ग्लास में भरो या तपेली में भरो, आइस ट्रे में डालो या पाउच में रहने दो, the volume will still remain half liter. So volume of liquids is fixed. Can liquids diffuse into each other? Absolutely yes. And the example is taking a beaker full of water and putting a drop of ink. Ink is liquid, water is liquid. They very easily mix with each other. दुनिया के सारे दूध वाले अच्छा बिजनेस करते हैं, पैसे कमाते हैं, because they know that liquid water and liquid milk can diffuse into each other. They can mix. इसलिए दूध में पानी मिलाना बहुत easy है because liquids diffuse into each other. Can you compress liquids? लिक्विड को दबा के छोटा कर सकते हो? आंसर इज नो, और वेरी लिटिल, इतना कम कि कुछ ज्यादा फर्क 1%. So half liter milk takes this much space. If you compress, it will take 1% less space. And that's not really compression. So liquids cannot be compressed. Can liquids be stretched? No. लिक्विड को हम खींच के लंबा नहीं कर सकते. What about motion of particles of liquid? Yes, it has high amount of motion because they have high amount of kinetic energy. And can you pressurize liquids? Answer is no. लिक्विड को प्रेशर देके छोटा नहीं कर सकते. Compression and pressure is more or less the same thing. So remember the properties of liquid. See this video again and again and try to create a small short note in your head where you will comment on shape, volume, diffusion, compression, stretchability, motion and pressure. Third is gas. What is the shape of gas? Again, there is no shape of gas. Does it have a fixed shape? No, it has no shape. Does the gas take the shape of container? No. गैस का ऐसा भी कोई फंडा नहीं है. So you have to just simply write gases do not have any shape. What about volume of a gas? Is volume of gas fixed? No. This is the first time solids have fixed volume, liquids have fixed volume, but gases का volume fix नहीं है. Example, take a small capsule and fill it with XYZ gas. The same amount of gas can also fill a beaker, and the same amount of gas can also fill a big shoebox. तो गैस का कोई शेप नहीं है और गैस का कोई वॉल्यूम नहीं है. उसको जिस कंटेनर में डालोगे वो उतना वॉल्यूम ले लेगा. सो नो फिक्स वॉल्यूम. इट कैन बी लेस ऑल्सो, इट कैन बी मोर ऑल्सो. Do gases diffuse into each other? Yes, absolutely. Gases diffuse very fast, very easily into each other. And that's why the problem of pollution. We are generating smoke everywhere, and that smoke is gaseous, which very easily mixes with our environment and harms us because we inhale them. Can you compress gas? Yes. The biggest benefit of using gaseous substances is they are highly compressible. Means एक पूरे रूम में जितनी भी हवा है, the entire room full of air, that entire air can be compressed and put inside one capsule. इतना ज़्यादा compression capacity possible है for gases. Can you stretch gas? No. You cannot stretch gases because you cannot hold them and pull them across. What about the motion of the particles? We have already seen that the motion is fast, the motion is highest among gases. Why? Because there is large amount of kinetic energy. And can you put pressure on gas? Yes, pressure and compression are related. You can compress by putting pressure on the gas. तुम रिमोट पे प्रेशर डालोगे वो छोटा नहीं हो सकता. 1 लीटर अमूल दूध पे प्रेशर डालोगे वो छोटा नहीं हो सकता. बट टेक गैस, पुट प्रेशर, यू कैन फिट इट इनसाइड अ कैप्सूल. Can matter change its state? We have seen three states: gas, solid and liquid. As such, there are 5 states of matter. By the way, there are 5 states of matter. This is for your general knowledge. ये पुरानी टेक्स्ट बुक में था, तुम्हारी टेक्स्ट बुक में शायद कुछ में है कुछ में नहीं है. There are different versions of NCERT textbooks floating around. So solid, liquid, gas के बाद there is a 4th state of matter called plasma, which is found inside the sun. Sun is full of plasma. And the 5th is called Bose-Einstein condensate, BEC. And 4th and 5th state are not present on the planet in natural format. हमारे planet के ऊपर जो हम देखते हैं, that is solid, liquid and gas. You go to the sun, you will find plasma, and BEC is an artificial state of matter created inside laboratory. It's not natural. But anyways, coming back, can you change the state? Yes, you can change the states of matter very easily. Means the states are interconvertible. और हर एक interconversion के लिए एक special word है. So let's start from solid. When solid substances are heated, बर्फ का एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, ice. When you heat ice, it becomes liquid. That conversion, that process is called fusion. उसका जनरल नॉलेज वाला नाम क्या है? It's called melting. Ice melts means solid ice converts to liquid water. But in science, we don't call it as melting, we call it as fusion. So remember, the first change of state, solid to liquid, is called fusion. लिक्विड वाटर को और गर्म करो तो वो वेपराइज हो जाएगा, बाष्पीभवन, वाटर वेपर बन जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड वेपोराइजेशन. व्हेन लिक्विड्स कन्वर्ट टू गैस, इट्स कॉल्ड वेपोराइजेशन. उल्टा जाते हैं. एक चिल्ड पानी का ग्लास रखो एंड आफ्टर 10 मिनट्स यू ऑब्जर्व देयर विल बी कंडेंसेशन ऑन द आउटसाइड ऑफ द ग्लास. तो क्या हुआ है? that the chilled glass of water is very very cold, and because of this cold environment there is vapor, water vapor in the atmosphere. Naturally हवा में water vapor होता है, and this water vapor gets in touch with this surface and becomes liquid water drops. This is called condensation. Water vapor becoming liquid water is called condensation. So gas to liquid called condensation. And liquid water को फ्रिज में रख दो तो वो आइस बन जाएगा. So liquid can become solid, and that is called solidification. And this we see at hundreds of places in day-to-day life. But what we don't see generally is the conversion of solid to gas and gas to solid directly. बीच में हमेशा लिक्विड आता है, बट जब नहीं आता है तो उसको क्या कहेंगे? When solid directly converts to gas, it's called sublimation. And when gas converts to solid, it is also called sublimation. But कुछ टेक्स्ट बुक्स में ये वर्ड sublimation की जगह पे है deposition. So remember this word also. Deposition means gas becoming solid directly. उसके एग्जाम्पल्स आगे आएंगे तब मैं बताता हूँ. फिलहाल this chart has to be memorized. Conversion of solid liquid gas and their 6 names: fusion, solidification, vaporization, condensation, sublimation, and deposition. So how will you remember this? Solid to liquid, solid to gas, liquid to solid, liquid to gas, gas to solid, gas to liquid. Solid to liquid in common language is called melting, which in scientific language is called fusion. Solid to gas is called sublimation as per textbook, but sometimes it is also called deposition. Liquid to solid is called solidification, and liquid to gas is called vaporization. Gas to solid, okay, this is not called deposition, this is called deposition. Gas to solid and gas to liquid is called condensation. So try writing it 2-3 times. I'm sure you will understand it quickly. Next topic is effect of change of temperature on this solid, liquid and gas. What happens when temperature changes on solid, liquid and gas? For this, we are going to take the simple example of water, ice and water vapor. Ice is a solid. When you heat it, it becomes water, which is liquid. When you heat it, it becomes water vapor, which is gas. इसका एग्जैक्ट उल्टा भी पॉसिबल है. वाटर वेपर, when you cool it, becomes liquid water. Liquid water, when you cool it, it becomes solid ice. But technicality is involved. And what is so technical about this? I'll explain you now. एक बीकर लो, उसमें पानी भर दो और पानी का टेम्परेचर मेजर करो. टेम्परेचर है नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर 25 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. नाउ टेक अ बर्नर and start the flame. Start heating the water. What will happen to the temperature? The temperature will rise. Why? Because you are heating it. So when somebody asks you, where is the heat energy going? The heat energy from the flame is going into the water. What is it doing? It is increasing the temperature. जो हीट एनर्जी पानी में जा रही है उससे क्या हो रहा है, टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है. 5 मिनट बाद 35 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, 10 मिनट बाद 85 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड और 15 मिनट बाद 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. द वाटर स्टार्ट्स टू बॉयल. यू कंटिन्यू द हीट. You give it more and more heat energy. Do you think the temperature will continue to rise more and more? No. Meaning, from 25 degree to 100 degree, the heat was used to increase the temperature. But water will not cross 100 degrees. Water will never reach 101 degree centigrade. But you are still giving the heat. Where is the heat going? The answer is not increasing the temperature. The answer is now the heat is used in converting liquid to gas. Water has started to evaporate. So 100 degrees के बाद तुम जितना भी हीट दोगे वो सारा हीट टेम्परेचर राइज करने के लिए नहीं, पानी को गैस बनाने में यूज होगा. One more example. Instead of water, you take ice in a beaker. Solid cubes of ice. And measure the temperature. Any guesses? The temperature of ice will be 0 degree centigrade. Now take a burner and start heating it. What will be the temperature after 2 minutes? Guess. You are wrong. The temperature will be 0 degree. What will be the temperature after 10 minutes? 0 degree. Huh? After 15 minutes, 0 degree. The burner is on. The heat is given to the beaker. Where is the heat going? Temperature तो बढ़ नहीं रहा है. The heat is going in conversion. To convert solid ice to liquid water. That's where the heat energy is going. So ice 0 डिग्री होता है. जब उसको बर्नर पे रख के गर्म करते हो तो भी वो 0 डिग्री रहता है. Because the heat energy is not used for increasing temperature. Where is it used? For converting solid to liquid. Remember that. Similarly, when you start heating liquid water, initially the temperature rises and then all the heat energy goes in converting the liquid to gas. Now this thing has been explained in detail in the textbook, which is a very technical and important question. तो अब जब थोड़ा बहुत समझ लिया है, we look at the technical part. You can see there is a burner, there is ice, beaker, glass stirrer is just to shake, and a thermometer. थर्मोमीटर में एक्सपेरिमेंट की बिगिनिंग में दिखाएगा 0 डिग्री, 2 मिनट बाद 0 डिग्री, 5 मिनट बाद 0 डिग्री. वेयर इज द हीट गोइंग? इट इज गोइंग टू कन्वर्ट द सॉलिड इनटू लिक्विड. जब तक टेम्परेचर बढ़ता नहीं है, कभी तो बढ़ेगा टेम्परेचर. व्हेन विल द टेम्परेचर राइज? थिंक in this experiment, when will the temperature rise? The temperature will rise after some time period, and it will start becoming 1 degree, 2 degree, 25 degree. इस दरमियान क्या हमने हीट एनर्जी दी? We provided the beaker with heat energy, but temperature did not rise. This is a very important thing called latent heat of fusion. ये थोड़ा पिक्टोरियल डायग्राम याद रखना. आइस 0 डिग्री, गैस चालू करो, 0 डिग्री, 0 डिग्री, 0 डिग्री, 0 डिग्री, 0 डिग्री, 1 डिग्री, स्टॉप. जितने पीरियड में 0 डिग्री था वो सारी हीट कहाँ गई? दैट हीट इज कॉल्ड लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन, एंड दिस लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन इज यूज्ड अप टू कन्वर्ट सॉलिड आइस टू लिक्विड वाटर. डेफिनेशन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जो टेक्स्ट बुक में लिखा है, लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन मतलब उतनी हीट जिससे सारा आइस लिक्विड बन जाएगा. व्हाट हैपेंस लेटर ऑन? अब तुमने गैस चालू रखा है तो चालू रखो. नाउ द टेम्परेचर हैज स्टार्टेड टू राइज फ्रॉम 25 to 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 95, all the way up to 100 degree centigrade. Sorry about my handwriting. So 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड तक पहुंच गया पानी. इस पीरियड को कुछ नहीं कहेंगे. वेयर इज द हीट एनर्जी गोइंग? द हीट एनर्जी इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर. हीट एनर्जी इज यूज्ड अप इन increasing the temperature. Now a new phase comes. Continue to heat. Don't stop the burner. Do you think 101 degree you will see? No. You will see 100 degree, 2 मिनट बाद 100 डिग्री, 10 मिनट बाद 100 डिग्री. Where is this heat going? This heat दिस हीट इज कॉल्ड लेटेंट हीट ऑफ वेपराइजेशन. मतलब वो हीट जो लिक्विड टू गैस कन्वर्जन में हेल्प करता है. सो दैट इज द क्रक्स ऑफ दिस एंटायर एक्टिविटी. इनिशियली देर इज लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन विच इज फॉर मेल्टिंग. लास्ट में देर इज लेटेंट हीट ऑफ वेपराइजेशन फॉर वेपराइजिंग. और बीच में द हीट एनर्जी इज यूज्ड फॉर इंक्रीजिंग द टेम्परेचर ऑफ वाटर. And there are 2 full pages in the textbook about this experiment. यहाँ समझ लो बेटर है. टेक्स्ट बुक पढ़ के समझने की कोशिश की तो इट विल बी ऑल बाउंसर बिकॉज टेक्स्ट बुक इज स्लाइटली टेक्निकल. एंड नाउ विल सी दोज टेक्निकल पैराग्राफ्स. अब तक समझा रहा था डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड में बिकॉज इट्स ईजी टू अंडरस्टैंड, बट नाउ वी विल अंडरस्टैंड इट इन केल्विन एंड इट्स वेरी सिंपल. 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड means 373 Kelvin and 0 degree means 273 Kelvin. इतना याद रखना. फॉर्मूला इज 273 plus 100. So melting point of ice is 273.16 K मतलब 0 degree. The process of melting that is change of solid into liquid, is known as fusion. We know this. When a solid melts, its temperature remains the same. Where does the heat go? ये पूरे फर्स्ट फेज में it was melting, and during this period the temperature was 0. Where did the heat go? The heat went in converting solid to gas. Means the heat is hidden inside the material. टेम्परेचर बढ़ा नहीं लेकिन हीट यूज हुई है. द अमाउंट ऑफ हीट एनर्जी दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू चेंज 1 kg of solid ice into liquid water at atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as latent heat of fusion. ये मिल गया आपका डेफिनेशन. What is latent heat of fusion? It's the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kilogram of ice into water at normal atmospheric pressure and normal temperature. So, particles in water at 0 degree or 273 Kelvin have more energy as compared to particles in ice. Ice के comparison में पानी में ज़्यादा energy है because water has absorbed lot of heat energy. समझ में आया? आगे देखते हैं. Can you define latent heat of vaporization? Yes, it's in the same way. Particles of the steam are at 373 Kelvin, 100 degree पहुंच गए, and they have more energy. Ice has less energy, water has more energy, and steam is highest amount of energy. Why? This is because particles in the steam have absorbed extra energy in the form of latent heat of vaporization. So if I have to copy the definition of latent heat of fusion from left side and write my own definition, I will write the amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg of liquid water into gas or steam at atmospheric pressure at its boiling point is called latent heat of vaporization. The amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg of liquid into gas at atmospheric pressure is called its latent heat of vaporization. Remember that. So, solid, heat it, becomes liquid. Heat it, it's still liquid. Further heat it, becomes gas. When solid was getting converted to liquid, this was called latent heat of fusion, मतलब melting. When liquid was still liquid, but the temperatures were rising because it was absorbing more and more heat, उसको कुछ नहीं कहते. And when liquid becomes gas, that's called latent heat of vaporization, which is evaporation. Now what will happen if you go reverse? Gas to liquid मतलब गैस को ठंडा करना है, और जब गैस ठंडा होता है तो गैस becomes liquid and liquid becomes solid. But this example is explaining sublimation and deposition. This is an example to understand conversion of solid to gas and gas to solid. And I told you examples बाद में बताऊंगा. The example is ammonium chloride और कैम्फर. કેમ્ફર એટલે કપૂર. કોઈ બી પૂજાની સામગ્રી વેચતું હોય દુકાનમાં કે ઘરમાં બી બા દાદા પાસે હશે જે દીવા બત્તી કરે મંદિરમાં હોય. Camphor is a chemical. When you burn it, it leaves no ash. કોઈ બી વસ્તુ જ્યારે બળે ત્યારે એશ બચે. But camphor is a material, when you burn it, the solid directly becomes gas. No liquid in between and no ash. And that's called sublimation. Once again, a quick revision. Solid to gas is called sublimation, and gas to solid is called deposition. So in this experiment, they have taken a funnel और डिश में रखा है अमोनियम क्लोराइड और नीचे बर्नर चालू कर दिया, ऊपर कॉटन प्लग, सो दैट नो गैस कैन एस्केप. तो कोई गैस भाग नहीं सकता, बट ग्लास उल्टा कर दिया है. द हीटिंग कन्वर्ट्स अमोनियम क्लोराइड इनटू गैशियस अमोनियम क्लोराइड, सॉलिड टू गैस. सारा अमोनियम क्लोराइड गायब हो जाएगा. ये जो दिख रहा है ये भी बचेगा नहीं. इट विल ऑल बिकम गैस. Then switch off the burner. What will happen? Ammonium chloride gas slowly starts to cool down. डिश में जितना था वो वापस नहीं आएगा बिकॉज लीकेज होता है, बट इन द एजेस ऑफ द फनल you can see here, this place you will find slowly solid ammonium chloride coming back from nowhere. Where is it coming from? The gaseous ammonium chloride is converting back to solid क्योंकि बर्नर हो गया बंद, टेम्परेचर हो गया कम, and at low temperature gas becomes solid. That's called solidified ammonium chloride, and that process is called deposition. So this activity of heating ammonium chloride shows you sublimation and deposition both. A very small topic. What happens when you pressurize solid, liquid and gas? When you pressurize a solid, does it get compressed? No. There is hardly any change in the shape or volume of the solid because solids are not compressible. तो सॉलिड्स को तुम दबा नहीं सकते. कितना भी प्रेशर दो सॉलिड उतना ही रहेगा. वो टूट जाएगा लेकिन छोटा नहीं होगा. What happens when you apply pressure on liquids? It compresses slightly, very little, of no use. And what happens when you compress gas? They are highly compressible. So applying pressure to a gas can make the gas smaller and smaller. For example, you have seen LPG सिलेंडर, लाल कलर नो गैस नो बाटलो जो है, तो ये सिलेंडर के अंदर 14 to 10 to 14 kg ऑफ गैस इज फिल्ड. ये गैस इतना है पूरे क्रिकेट के स्टेडियम में भर जाएगा, इतना ज्यादा गैस है इसमें, और इसीलिए एक एक महीना चलता है. यू स्विच ऑन द स्टव एंड लेट इट ऑन, it will continuously run for 4-5 days, hundreds of hours. इसलिए एक महीना चलता है. क्यों? Because lot of gas is compressed and put in a small cylinder and given to you so that you can use it for a month. Lighter देखा है? Cigarette lighter, and that cigarette lighter has transparent body and there is liquid inside. That's actually not liquid. It's a gas. इट इज एलपीजी गैस. लेकिन वो गैस को दबा के इतना कॉम्प्रेस करके ठूसा है कि वो लिक्विड बन गया है. बट जब फ्लेम होती है तो डू यू सी लिक्विड कमिंग आउट? नो, ओनली गैस कम्स आउट एंड द फ्लेम इज क्रिएटेड. सो दिस टॉपिक इज अबाउट effect of pressure on solid, liquid and gas, for which you will simply write solid has no effect, liquid has little effect, but gases have a huge effect of pressure on them and they become smaller. The last topic is evaporation. Vaporization, evaporation. These are two words which are very close, but दोनों में फर्क है. So let me quickly tell you what is the difference between vaporization and evaporation. Vaporization happens when there is large amount of heat. गर्मी चाहिए, you need gas, you need stove, you need flame. गैस मतलब एलपीजी गैस की बात कर रहा हूँ. फ्यूअल चाहिए, स्टव चाहिए, फ्लेम चाहिए, तो वेपराइजेशन होगा. वेपराइजेशन happens at boiling point of the material. Means water vaporizes at 100 degree centigrade. But what is evaporation? Evaporation happens where no large amount of heat is necessary. No heat, no flame, no stove, nothing is necessary. Evaporation is a natural process. Evaporation continues forever, non-stop, 24/7. वेपोराइजेशन 24 घंटे नहीं होता है, क्योंकि वेपोराइजेशन होता है बॉइलिंग पॉइंट पे, बट इवापोरेशन हैपन्स नॉट एट द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. Evaporation can happen at any temperature. So there is water in a dish. It is October, December रखते हैं. It is December month, which means it is winter, which means it's 15 degree outside. 15 डिग्री पे पानी बॉयल नहीं होता है, which means vaporization is not possible, but evaporation continues. There is water in a dish. It is March month. It is summer. It is 40 degree outside. Evaporation हो रहा है, vaporization होगा नहीं. Water in a dish. Boil it on stove. Summer हो या winter, 100 degree पे water will start to vaporize. That's the difference between evaporation and vaporization. Remember, evaporation is natural. It happens 24/7. And what is evaporation? उसका आप definition देखते हैं. Evaporation, change of state from liquid to vapor without the liquid reaching the boiling point. पानी 100 डिग्री कभी नहीं पहुंचेगा, फिर भी it will convert to gas. That's called evaporation. It happens when the water is left without cover. ढाको नहीं तो पानी उड़ी जाए. It happens very slowly, and the process is useful when wet clothes dry automatically. बिना कपड़ा आपो आप सुखाई जाए तमा मेहनत करवी पड़े, कुछ नहीं करना होता है, because evaporation is a natural process. और evaporation के लिए 100 डिग्रीज की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Very important and easy question. What does evaporation depend on? पानी automatic उड़े, that depends on what? 4 main factors. Number 1, it depends on surface area. કપડા જ્યારે ધોવાઈને બહાર નીકળે ત્યારે આઉટ ઊંચો હોય વોશિંગ મશીન, અને કે તો નીચોવીને આવું મૂકેલું હોય બાલ્ટીમાં. You cannot expect the clothes to dry like this. What do? You do this. Ting, ઝાટકો મારો અને પછી આમ સૂકવો. Why are you drying your clothes like this? Because this is called more surface area, and this surface area is more, evaporation is faster. This surface area is less, evaporation is not faster. It will not evaporate properly. आप भीनू रही जैसे. So first factor is surface area. चा पीता है, गरम लागे छे, what do? You put the tea in a saucer, because the cup has only this much surface area, but the saucer has large surface area. So cup માં જલ્દી ઠંડુ ના થાય, but you put it large surface area removes the water quickly, removes the heat quickly, and water evaporates. Second thing, outside temperature. कहाँ गया? Here it is. Outside temperature matters for evaporation. Compare these two sentences. December 15 degree outside, March 40 degree out. 440 near 40 degrees. Where will the water evaporate quickly? Where will the clothes dry quickly? Obviously summer. Because there is more heat outside, evaporation is faster. And less heat, evaporation is slower. So evaporation depends on outside temperature. Third, evaporation depends on humidity. Right now it is rainy season. Rainy season means too much water vapor in the environment. और इतना water vapor है कि पसीना ज़्यादा होता है. You sweat a lot in humid environment. But that's a different thing. What will happen to your clothes? The clothes are wet. This water needs to go out. Will it go out easily or slowly? Rainy season में water goes out slowly. Water dries slowly. Evaporation is slow. Reason, in rainy season there is so much water vapor already in the atmosphere कि इस water vapor के लिए जगह कम है. Therefore धीरे धीरे the water will go out. But यही चीज तुम summer में करो. In summer season the environment is very dry, very less humid. Atmosphere में पानी ही नहीं है, इसलिए ये पानी फटाफट बाहर निकल जाएगा क्योंकि बहुत जगह है. So remember, the third thing on which evaporation depends is humidity, and the fourth is wind speed. पंखो चालू करो. सरफेस पे जब पोछा मारते हैं, when you clean the floor, पोतू मारो तो पंखो चालू कर ही देશે ना, because wind quickly takes away the water away so that new water can come out in the environment. તો કોઈ લપસીને પડે નહીં એટલે પંખો ફટાકથી ચાલુ કરી દેવાનો so that the water dries quickly, evaporates quickly. This is a very important question, so remember to learn it properly. The four main points on which evaporation of water depends. And this evaporation has a superb useful use, which is the last thing to discuss. Cotton clothes. This is a cotton shirt. I don't know whether you can see these spots. This is perspiration. It's hot in here and I'm perspiring. And because of this perspiration, my body is becoming cooler. तो biology है, जब शरीर गर्म हो जाता है, when you are constantly thinking, speaking, you are active, you are using energy. When you use that energy, the body heats up. मगज गर्म था एવી રીતે शरीर गर्म થઈ જાય और गर्म शरीर नहीं चलेगा, उसको ठंडा करना है. Perspiration. This perspiration cools your body, but this perspiration should be allowed to evaporate. अगर ये perspiration evaporate होगा तो शरीर ठंडा होगा. Therefore, we should always use cotton clothes. Cotton absorbs the perspiration from your body and brings it on the surface. And from the surface, it easily goes onto the environment. Therefore, we should wear cotton clothes in summer. When it is hot, body perspires, perspiration sucked and evaporate. कॉटन की जगह क्या पहन सकते हो? नाइलॉन, टेरिकॉटन, पॉलिएस्टर या प्लास्टिक. प्लास्टिक का शर्ट पहन लिया तो प्लास्टिक विल नॉट एब्जॉर्ब योर perspiration. Perspiration will not be able to go out and your body will not cool down. So remember this give reason that you should wear cotton clothes in summer so that perspiration is evaporated and body cools down. And the same way, this मटका also cools down. तो तुम्हारे शरीर में जब गर्मी ज़्यादा हो जाती है तो परस्पिरेशन आता है, स्मॉल ड्रॉपलेट्स ऑफ वाटर. These small droplets of water absorb the heat of the body. The heat of the body is absorbed, and when you absorb heat, you absorb kinetic energy. When you absorb kinetic energy, the particles start to move. And when particles start to move, evaporation takes place. And the body cools down because heat has been taken away. In exactly same manner, the pot cools the water in summer. How? The pot is full of water. So there is water everywhere inside the pot, and the pot is made up of mud, which means the water is absorbed by the earth, the mud. और ये पानी बाहर आ गया है. वो बाहर की दुनिया देख रहा है, और बाहर की दुनिया में क्या है? गर्मी, हीट. एंड दिस हीट इज अटैकिंग द पॉट. बाहर गर्मी है 40 डिग्री, तो पानी भी 40 डिग्री होना चाहिए, बट ये पानी 40 नहीं है, 25 डिग्री है. हाउ कम? I'll explain. This is an important give reason. Outside heat is trying to attack the pot, but the water droplets which have come out to see what is happening in the outside world, outside the pot, ये water droplets, ये जो अटैक वाली हीट है, वो absorb करके evaporate हो जाते हैं. The heat which is attacked by the environment is absorbed by these water droplets and they evaporate. पानी चला गया, बट पानी जाते जाते हीट एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब करके गया, विच मीन्स देर इज नो 40 डिग्रीज अराउंड द पॉट, बिकॉज जितना हीट था वो पानी ने एब्जॉर्ब करके वो उड़ गया. एंड देयरफॉर इनसाइड व्हाट रिमेन्स इज अ कूलर एनवायरमेंट. सो ये प्लास्टिक के पॉट में बिल्कुल पॉसिबल नहीं है, because plastic pots does not allow water to come out from the surface. So only earthen pot, માટીનું માટલું, वो માટલું ગળે, માટલામાંથી પાણી નીકળ્યા જ કરે, and it is natural, and that's what makes the water cold. So entire मटका, there is a layer of sacrificing water molecules. मैं अपनी जिंदगी कुर्बान कर दूंगा, मैं हीट एब्जॉर्ब करके उड़ जाऊंगा, so that heat is gone, and overall what is left behind is cold environment. Therefore the water inside the pot is always cold as compared to outside temperature. So now, and last is, why do we see water droplets on the surface of glass containing ice cold water? So this is a glass. It contains chilled water, and chilled water, let's say, is 10 degree centigrade, ठंडू. और बाहर क्या है? गर्मी. There is heat outside, and in that heat there is mixture of water vapor. Now this water vapor, which is say at 30 degrees, बाहर गर्मी है, this water vapor comes in contact with the glass. When it comes in contact with the glass, it cools down, and when it cools down, it becomes a drop of water, and that is called condensation. And that's why you see water droplets outside a cold glass in hot day.